can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't...
Back and forth. These two are going to trade blows until someone falls.
These superstars sure are going easy on... They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these two...
My God, look at the intensity of these superstars battling 15 feet above the ring. Oh, what a shot from that steel chair. Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go a fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty. Remind me to never try it. They know there's not enough room for both of them up there. I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't... All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR.
He's a slippery devil. Neither can afford to lose this fight and fall to the man.
It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR. And it's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars.
It doesn't appear that both superstars are beating the hell out of each other on that ladder.
Whoever loses this fight might just lose the match too, JR. I can't remember.
This has turned into a real slobber knock. If he grabs the title, this one's over. Both superstars are fighting to stay on the ladder. Just a little further. He's literally inches from victory.
They're really going after each other, JR. Eugene had some trouble getting to the...
There's not an ounce of quit in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder.
Looks like things have quieted down here a bit, JR.
Well, what a battle. Neither superstar can afford to be knocked off the ladder.
This is the perfect chance for a finisher. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move. But the prize is only inches away. Look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder.
It looks like these two are fighting for their lives on that ladder. What do you think of the match so far, JR?
I think
His fans are gonna like this one, JR.
execution. That'll put your lights out permanently. He's going for the title.
Whoever loses this fight is gonna take a heck of a fall, JR.
What a reversal.
Can you believe we're actually watching these superstars go at it, JR?
It's great to see, King. I've been looking forward to this match for a long time, and I'm glad to see that it's not a disappointment.
There's the reversal. I don't understand how these fans can boo Edge, JR. They got... Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy?
Strategy by Oklahoma ass. That's cheap.
What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it! I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is. But I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally. Move around under the ring long enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be...
My God! Can you imagine the impact of that chair on the human body? I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
It looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit. Man, he's putting that steel chair to good use, JR. I think he's looking to finish off his opponent right here.
The unprettier. That'll rearrange your facial features for sure. I don't know how much more punishment a human body can withstand.
Well, that's part of it anyway.
This capacity crack.
Almost there. This could be it, JR.
Incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King.
Oh my gosh! Look at all that blood! That's gonna leave a mark.
What a brutal match! The referee should step in there and stop this thing!
What? Are you crazy? It's just getting good, JR. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
This match is literally inches away from being over.
I think this one could go either way, JR.
It sure could. Until the referee calls for the bell, this is still anyone's match.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure.
If you're the one to grab the title, you get to wear it home tonight. His opponent telegraphed that one. You think
My God! The impact of that aluminum ladder on human flesh is not pretty. If he can grab that title, he's going home with it. These superstars putting each other to the limit. But it's over now.
Thank you enough for your help, my friend. You certainly showed those punters a thing or two. And now that we've got the titles back, if you don't mind.
William Regal must be crazy if he actually expects him to just hand over the title.
William, not bad.
Here's your title, Regal, as promised. But don't forget the other part of our deal. In exchange for the title, Trish's contract is exclusive to me. She's mine for the
You remember Andre the Giant and the $1 Million Man?
Hold it right there. What the hell do you think you're doing? Seems like even my special nephew knows something you don't. William, remember years ago when Andre the Giant won the world title? He tried to give it to the $1 Million Man, which the WWE commissioner said was illegal.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
The belt was then vacated.
No!
Yes! Bischoff's right! I remember!
Eric, listen.
No, Regal, you listen. Well, I approved a substitute for your 3 weeks ago. That's not the case this time. Because you three have just passed around a championship indiscriminately without WWE approval, the World Tag Team titles are hereby vacated.
I can't believe it. How could Bischoff just strip the new champions of the tag titles right after they won them? Why would he vacate the titles?
You heard Bischoff, JR. There's a precedent for it. This is one of Bischoff's decisions that I have to agree with.
Yes, I see what you mean, Coach. I must admit his behavior has been a bit strange lately. Thank you for coming here tonight to bring that to my attention.
You wanted to see me, Vince?
Yes, thank you for coming to see me. I wanted to take this chance to compliment you on your hard work so far this year and let you know that it has not gone unnoticed. The matches you've competed in over the last few months have helped to determine your entry number into one of the greatest matches in sports entertainment, the Royal Rumble.
As you know, the Rumble takes place in 2 weeks. And tonight's match is your last chance to improve your entry number. And it must be your lucky day. Because Mr. McMahon, in his infinite wisdom, has come up with a typically brilliant plan to give you a choice of matches. You see, if you're fairly happy with your current number, you can compete in an Iron Man match tonight. When it's over, your opponent's number of pinfalls or submissions will be subtracted from yours. The resulting number will be added to your current entry number. So, if you score 3 points and your opponent scores 1, your entry number improves by 2. But if it's the other way around, your number falls by 2.
Or if you prefer to take a big risk for a big reward, you can compete tonight in a triple threat match against the number 1 and number 30 entrants. Win that match, and you'll get to enter the Royal Rumble last at number 30, which gives you a huge advantage. If you lose the triple threat, however, you'll enter at number 1 and have to face 29 other superstars in order to win.
I love it. That's sheer genius, Mr. McMahon.
Take it under advisement for a minute. Let me know which match you want to compete in tonight. Keep in mind that the higher your entry number, the later you enter the Royal Rumble, and the better your chances.
Comes the man who's currently scheduled to enter the Royal Rumble first. He's got a great opportunity to jump all the way to number 30 if he can win this triple threat match.
He could definitely use an upset win here tonight. Otherwise, he's got to hope for a miracle at the Rumble. What he did to make Mr. McMahon angry enough to put him in a match like this. His number 30 entry spot is at stake.
I have no idea, King, but it wouldn't be the first time he's found himself in Mr. McMahon's doghouse. That's for certain.
I said chill, up and down that slide. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Ladies get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
This superstar is taking a hell of a gamble. He's given up his entry number entirely and is guaranteed to leave here tonight as either the number 1 or number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble.
He may have more guts than brains, JR, but you never can tell. Superstars have entered at number 1 and won the whole thing, and others have come in at number 30 and been tossed right over the top rope. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was. He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We could see a tap out right here, JR.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the Smackdown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few Smackdown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from Smackdown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any group trouble.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
Boy, these superstars have impressed the heck out of me here tonight.
Same here, King. We expected a solid match. We're seeing a great one unfold.
Superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, they won't be having their arms raised after the match. That's for damn sure. No! No! How can a referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision. Right now. What a move! It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. Muhammad Hassan makes me sick. Others who just obvious complaining, stop making excuses and start proving himself in the ring instead of blaming everyone else for his trouble.
Maybe Hassan's got a point, JR. Are you sure you're not biased against him because he's Arab American?
I'm absolutely certain, King. When I first heard about Muhammad Hassan, I was excited to have him on the Raw roster. It wasn't until he opened his mouth that I decided I couldn't stand it.
Well, I don't know. I think you might be harboring a little prejudice in your heart, JR.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going... The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this. He saw that one coming.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all.
Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best band,
and the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted. And there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. Oh, man, that's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
He's obviously not feeling too threatened, JR.
Then maybe he's not smart enough to realize how dangerous his opponent really is.
What a counter! Here's the pin! Could this be it?
1, 2. Where's the kick out? No surprise there.
What do you think of the match so far, JR?
I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight, King. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Oh my gosh! This could be the finisher! Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of... This could be a pinfall.
Whoops! There goes the referee!
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that...
Oh, no! The referee's been knocked out! This can't be good!
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight. He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King.
There's the pin! All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. If you root around under the ring long enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another. Oh, come Come on now. How about a little more wrestling and a little less posture?
It's called adding insult to injury, JR, and I think it's great.
Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart than it.
We could see a finishing move right here. Watch out! He reversed it! So come on. Oh boy, here it comes!
That was nowhere.
What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it. No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match tomorrow.
No doubt about it, King. But if you win, you don't have to deal with hurt pride on top of it.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find words to describe the electricity in the air here tonight.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is. But I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine Smackdown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our Smackdown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man. And I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. Smackdown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, for the love of... Talk about having no respect for your opponent.
Well, if you've got a problem with it, maybe you should do something about it, JR. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the... Uh-oh. This isn't gonna be pretty. We could have a pinfall here, JR.
This compassionate crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Why? Can you be any more biased?
There's the kick out. I thought that was it for sure.
The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that. Can his opponent kick out of this fitting predicament?
It looks like these superstars are looking for an opening.
And the first one to find one will take control of this match.
Look at that. No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
Be that as it may, this isn't the sort of thing that wins matches, King.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning it.
And there he goes! The submission is locked in!
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here.
3, 4.
The spirit, maybe. These superstars took each other to the limit, but it's over now.
an easy week. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're all cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
And the opponent from Toronto, Canada. And the opponent from Minneapolis.
Ain't no stopping me, no.
And the opponent from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, Shelton Benjamin. Residing in Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 234 pounds, Chris Benoit.
Folks, Mr. McMahon made this 6-man over-the-top rope elimination battle royal as a preview of this Sunday's Royal Rumble.
This is going to be a great warm-up for these superstars, JR. I think I'm ready for the Rumble right now. Talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match. We actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the diesels.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match would be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR. Keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring. I think Sheldon Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no stopping this phenomenal young superstar.
I think Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no there's the reversal. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. I'm not so sure this was about winning or losing anymore. I think it's a little more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you step into the ring with someone who wants to beat you down in order to win the match, it's personal.
I guess I can't argue with that, King. I just wonder if they'll be able to settle their differences in this match, or if it's going to wind up bigger than that. He's not going to get caught with that one. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
I think there's going to be a lot more shit here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
Oh no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. Is that? Yes, that's an elimination.
Oh boy, here he goes.
And it's been reversed. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Well, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the Smackdown roster who can hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few Smackdown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from Smackdown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warnings so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any of your trouble. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? I've got a feeling he's...
Welcome to the squared circle. We take no mercy on newcomers.
decided to play it safe by accepting this match, JR.
He made the right call in my view. He's obviously comfortable with the entry number he's got, King, and he doesn't want to risk losing it. Better safe than sorry.
I almost feel bad for Taz and Michael Cole. They never get to call matches as good as this.
SmackDown's had its fair share of exciting matchups, King, but I'm inclined to agree with you. There's nothing like watching the Raw superstars perform live.
And we're so lucky, JR. We get to see them every single week. He reversed it. Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district.
I think Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no stopping this phenomenal young superstar.
I think Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe that
the submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You either gotta break the hold or get broken by it. So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
1, 2.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight.
Did you see that?
Hey.
Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. I gotta say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King?
Watch out! He reversed it! This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
It's matches. He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
He countered that one perfectly. Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Shelton Benjamin's a perfect example of why you don't want to let a young superstar rise too far too fast. All of his success has gone straight to his head.
What in the world are you talking about, King? Shelton Benjamin is one of the most humble superstars I've ever...
I can't believe he countered that one.
Oh man, I think we're about to see a high-risk move here.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
What's he gonna do? T-bone suplex. My God, what's speed? What power?
1, 2.
Is that? No, only 2. He's going up. This could backfire.
Oh boy, here he goes.
Can his opponent kick out of this spinning predicament? Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick. His opponent telegraphed that one.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Well, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the Smackdown roster who can hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few Smackdown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from Smackdown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warnings so I can get out of the way before you do it.
He's going for the pin!
Didn't even get a 2 count on that one.
This is great, JR. Would you call this one a slobber knocker? He could pin him right here, JR. 1, 2. I don't know why he thought he was going to get the pin there. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it? I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
And now a pin. This could be it.
2. No trouble kicking out of that one.
No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
I don't think he's climbing up there for the view. I don't know how much more these superstars have in their tank, King. I think they might be running on fumes here.
I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of pride on the line here, King. No one in that ring wants to have to go back to the locker room as a loser.
What a move! It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
1, 2, 3.
Look at that! No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
Be that as it may, this isn't the sort of thing that wins matches, King. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be pretty.
What a reversal. And there's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Wow. There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. He's a slippery devil.
don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
He may get the 3 count here. 1, 2. He almost got the 3 count, but almost doesn't count. We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. 2.
He almost had the 3 count right there, JR. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE. Oh, no! That last shot busted him wide open.
It sure did, JR. And if I could borrow one of your lines, business is picking up.
This isn't business, King. That's a human being in there, and he's in bad shape now.
I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, they won't be having their arms raised.
Here's the pin! Could this be it?
1, 2, 3.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember,
that was so close to 3 he could taste it. I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be.
He's going for the cover, JR.
1, 2, 3. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope. He went straight for the pin. No flies on him. 1, 2.
Was that 3? No? Come on. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here. 2, 3. 1, 2.
CJ,
there's the kick out. I thought that was it for sure. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time,
he's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
1, 2, 3. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can't, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. Well, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework. This could finish the match right here. There's the pin.
1, 2, 3. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
2. He was a split second away from a 3 count. He countered that and made it look easy. His opponent has focused on that area all match.
Yeah, now it's paying off. Looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe he's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here.
Rope break. 1.
You think this is going to be a back and forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR.
I'll tell you what, King, the WWE superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you. He's done it! That's the match!
Here's your winner, Michael.
Well, hello there, tough guy. Welcome to the squared circle. We take no mercy on newcomers. I just like you to know that. Hopefully you can handle yourself amongst the lions and wolves as well in these parts. You ready for a challenge? By the way, boy, what's your name?
Who am I? Billy Ray straight cutter, a cat that flows like none other. Dog, I get at your mother. Bone your baby sis and play the scoops and blow splits with your baby brother. Pretty and chubby, not fat, that's baby blubber. Keep a magnum and not the rubber. Been nice before Bootsy was hollering at baby bummer. And I hate like my baby's mother.
On the way to the ring, from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid. And the opponent, from Toronto, Canada, Michael.
gonna be a great warm-up for these superstars, JR. I think I'm ready for the Rumble right now. I think this one could go either way, JR.
It sure could. Until the referee calls for the bell, this is still anyone's match. And it's been reversed.
I picked the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I wonder if you've even had first thoughts. Oh man, I think we're about to see a high-risk move here.
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
I am so glad Chris Benoit isn't the World Heavyweight Champion anymore, JR. I couldn't stand it when Raw was being represented by someone like him.
Oh yeah, what a tragedy it was to have a champion who was utterly devoted to the business and to the fans, and who always went out to that.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. How can Shawn Michaels keep calling himself the Heartbreak Kid? Here he goes, up the turn.
With my feet, stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war if my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. Yeah, you don't want war. My feet, stomp the heat, pump the streets, yeah, jump. Come on, you don't want war if my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. You don't want war. I knew the time when I was wanted by them Keystone cops for keeping the hardcore music industry so hot. We never focus on the don't haves, cause we have not. I put the focus on the vocab, now we have not. I brought the hood to the music, getting corrupted the sound. And went from state to state with microphones busting it down. A lot of people really hate it, then they loving it now. Cause they raised the label advance the sound. You don't really want a problem, cause I might hurt you. Drama keep me flipping just like that work do. Made a lot of songs about that I work through. Always kept it underground just like that dirt do. Trying to catch the kids slipping, I leave your ribs dripping, I leave your nose running, I got them phones gunning. Pow! The streets will leave you rapping is easy, but your mouth will get you left up in the mood of a shitty of my beat. Stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war at my feet. Stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. No, you don't want war. My feet, yeah, stomp, heat, pump.
from Toronto, Canada.
Ain't no stopping me.
Folks, Mr. McMahon bringing the six-man over-the-top rope elimination battle royal as a preview of this Sunday's Royal Rumble.
This is going to be a great warm-up for these superstars, JR. I think I'm ready for the Rumble right now. I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match! There's the reversal!
He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
You think this is going to be a back and forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. Boy, these superstars sure have their hands full here tonight, JR.
They sure do, King. They've done all they can say grace over.
He countered that one perfectly. Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what the...
That's it! He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the Smackdown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far.
What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it.
He's a slippery devil. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, Steve.
I can't believe he countered that one. I'd hate to be that referee, JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?
Boy, I think I've had nightmares about trying to do something like that, King.
It looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe so. But one or two big moves could completely change the complexion of this match.
Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes in the world. This is a risky move. It could prove to be disastrous. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on Smackdown.
Not on Smackdown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can...
He sure is, JR. And I think he got all of that finisher.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way! I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full...
Oh boy! Here he goes! I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, and I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was. He's not going to get caught with that one.
I thought I'd pick the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I wonder if you've even had first thoughts.
What a counter! I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports.
This could finish the match right here. You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. I almost feel bad for Taz and Michael Cole. They never get to call matches as good as this.
SmackDown's had its fair share of exciting matchups, King, but I'm inclined to agree with you. There's nothing like watching the Raw superstars perform live.
And we're so lucky, JR. We get to see them every single week. I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not. His opponent telegraphed that one. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy... I don't know if everyone's going to be happy about it, but that's the match.